Sauces. They're the most important part of the dish in my opinion. Well, today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect gravy. Let's begin. The first thing we need to do is make our stock, and we need to roast our bones for our stock. Today I'm using some Iberico ham bones, which I found locally. I'm also using some chicken wings, but you can also use some chicken carcasses if you want. Preheat your oven to the highest setting and roast your bones for about 10 to 15 minutes. And it should come out looking something like this. Nice brown color, and brown, not black. Keep in mind, a good rule, color is flavor when you're making a sauce. So you want a nice roasted flavor, you need a nice dark brown on your bones. You also want to make sure that you turn your bones so that they cook evenly. Now we're going to add some vegetables to our roasted bones. So this is a mirepoix of carrots, celery, and onion. So what I have here is about 3 or 4 carrots, 2 onions, and about a half a stalk of celery. And I'm going to keep half of these, reserve them for later, keep them fresh, and I'm going to add them towards the end of the process, as the rest here are going to be roasted with the bones. Okay, so it's been about another 10 minutes, and our bones and our vegetables are perfectly roasted. This is the color we're looking for. I'm adding a tiny bit of water to the pan, and I'm putting the pan on the heat, and I'm going to release a lot of that stuck on brown goodness. And we're going to dissolve that, and that will be the base of our stock. Once everything is dissolved from the pan, we're going to add it to a pot. That roasting pan is virtually clean. I've deglazed everything completely, and all the flavor is now in the pot. Now adding cold water, and it is important that it's cold because it will keep the stock clear and not cloudy. Something to remember is that when you're making a sauce or a stock, if you heat it past 70 degrees Celsius, or 158 degrees Fahrenheit, it will start to get cloudy in almost every circumstance. Once the pot is full of water, we're going to add the rest of the vegetables that we had reserved earlier. Also, while you're cooking your stock, you want to skim any of that scum at the top, any excess grease, anything like that, with a large spoon. Our stock is almost ready now. We're going to cook it a little bit more. And now is the perfect time to add our bouquet garni of herbs. Today I'm using thyme, rosemary, bay leaf, and parsley stems. It's been about half an hour and our stock is now ready. We're going to remove the large pieces with a spider, and we're going to strain our stock. So we're now going to use a fine sieve to pass our stock. Once the stock is passed, you want to cool it and then leave it in your fridge overnight, and all of the fat will rise to the top and you can scoop it out and remove it. So now we're going to make our roux, our thickening agent. So we have about 2.5 liters of stock, and we have 200 grams of butter in the pan melting. I'm going to add an equal amount of flour, and we're going to cook this for a few minutes. I'm also going to add a tiny bit of soy sauce. I find this adds a nice color and adds some depth of flavor. Add a small amount of stock to your roux and mix. Then add your roux to your stock 1 spoon at a time while whisking vigorously. In about 1 to 2 minutes, you'll notice that your gravy is starting to thicken. You can also adjust the thickness if you wish. You can make a thicker gravy just by making some more roux, or simply by just reducing the gravy a little bit. If you'd like to thin the stock out, you can add a tiny bit of water, but make sure you season properly, or you can just simply add a bit more stock. Also keep in mind that you should wait towards the end before adding salt or pepper to your gravy. You need to be happy with your consistency of your sauce, and then you can adjust the seasoning. If you add the seasoning beforehand, you have no control over the consistency. If you were to reduce your sauce, it would be way too salty, for example. I am now adding a sprig of lavender. I'm going to infuse the sauce for about 10 minutes. So the sauce is now infused. You can use any other herb you wish if you don't have access to lavender. Rosemary, thyme, any of those work just fine. There we are, perfect gravy. The consistency, the color, the roasted flavor, the fresh infused herb flavor. Try this recipe and you will never make instant gravy again. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you'd like to see further recipes and techniques, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Happy cooking.